Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kevin from Gone Gold Gaming. We're bringing you another episode. Was this episode 2, Eric?
Yes.
Yeah, episode 2. Talking about Naughty Dog, because one of Eric's all-time favorite games was developed by them. What was it? Ratchet and Clank, right?
No.
No. What
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. They Nah, never mind. We won't get into that. But guys, we wanted to talk about them because they are a marquee company in Sony's gaming history because they are a subsidiary company of Sony. But they also have on May 10th, which would be tomorrow when this airs, they're having Uncharted 4.
Tuesday. 2 days from now.
Tuesday?
Yeah, it's the 8th. Right now it's Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. Wait, well, isn't this episode going on the 11th?
It's going out on the 11th, yes.
So I was right.
No, you would have said, you said the day after.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be, this podcast will air the day after the game he's about to say comes out.
Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Do you guys see why I wanted to have Eric on here just to clarify everything? Because I get too excited.
Yes,
I admit it.
It's
I
okay.
do.
It's okay. That's why I'm here.
But yeah, we got this other episode coming up in collaboration with Nerd with an Opinion. Guys, it's really interesting take that we have on with Maddie's first episode on the podcast. So we get her intake on games, which is she knows her shit, dude. She ain't no joke. She's not like this whole typical what's the video game. She's like, she goes ham on them for sure. But Eric, what else we got coming up in the pipeline right now? I know we got a lot of content on our YouTube channel.
Yes, we have our most recent review for Dark Souls 3 up. Matt did that. That was posted on Saturday. You should go check that one out. We have Wolfenstein coming up that you guys just recorded.
Oh God.
And then we have more Dark Souls and Bloodborne, as well as Five Nights at Freddy's, unfortunately for my heart.
That game is terrifying.
Yes, and
I watched that video and I was like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, it hurts my soul. But we have more of that coming up, and in the next coming weeks we'll be remodeling stuff with the channel schedule so that we have more of a consistent base of what you can expect for each day of the week. For each, we'll have a set schedule for each episode and each game to come out on a certain day. So it'll be so you'll know what to expect and you can actually know when stuff is going to come out and know when a new episode will come out instead of it just being like, I wonder when the next Skyrim's coming out because they haven't posted in 2 weeks. I am sorry about that.
Yeah, because the randomness of Esteban is priceless.
So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on.
For sure.
Don't think we have too much going on outside of recording and the podcast. Hopefully I'm going to talk to some people this coming week. Well, I would have already done this because I'm going to do it tomorrow, which is Monday, and this will have come out on Wednesday. So hopefully by then I have some people that can come on the podcast. So I'm going to be posting. If you're listening now, I probably will still want people on the podcast. So if you want to come on the podcast and you feel like you have something to contribute and a topic you want to talk about, please let us know on Instagram
100%.
or YouTube or whatever. Talk to Nerd with an Opinion, whoever you want to talk to, and we will
make it happen.
Yes.
100%. Guys, this is Kevin. This is Eric with Gone Gold Gaming. Hope you enjoy the episode of Naughty Dog history.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Dos. So let me know when we're going to start.
It's already recording.
It's already recording?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we'll start the thing now. Guys, it is Kevin with Gone Gold Gaming and the rest of the crew here. Guys, how are we all
metal doing? Fucking
I'm
drinks.
choking on ice. Be kind. Fuck.
Okay.
So loud.
Okay,
I know. I'm sorry.
Matt, you got the thermos-esque bottle of water.
Yes.
Because me and Matt have been on a fitness kick. So you got to stay hydrated to get those
lifestyle.
games,
I
bro.
understand, but it's clangy and
My drink's
tinny.
cold. And it will be cold.
I understand, but
And then you'll hear
thank you. That picked up perfectly. Yes.
That actually surprises.
I never do that.
That's Kevin whenever he drinks out of his fucking Under Armour bottle at home when we're playing Rainbow Six.
You know what's funny too? I actually have Under Armour socks on, and an Under Armour Project Rock t-shirt on right
And
now.
underwear, probably.
It's the
You
chill ones.
always
They
wear
feel cold.
spandex
At
at all times,
really?
Eric.
Let's get on top.
All right, yeah,
And
we
these
got way off
sweatpants,
topic
how
here.
dare you.
Because we're all excited because we have our 5th member of Gongo Gaming here with us right now.
Yeah.
Maddie. Say what's up to the crowd.
Hi guys,
See.
Fanatic Babe, Maddie,
And
whatever
7.
you want to fucking call me.
Yeah, exactly. End quote. Right there. Because we're here today to talk about an company, I should say, that's releasing a huge game on PlayStation, Naughty Dog. And they got Uncharted 4 coming out, A Thief's End, on May 10th of this year, 2016.
That's the last game, right?
Should be.
It should
Allegedly.
be, I
A
mean,
Thief's End. Now,
Okay, but yeah, okay.
for those of you
Okay,
guys...
there's been plenty of games where it's like, it's the end
That's
of
what I'm
there.
saying. I'm like, well, it should be. I don't know.
But the one thing with the Uncharted series is that this seems like it's going to be a really good send-off. Because I've played all those games before, but the one thing with a lot of games that are being released right now is that a lot of these companies that release these games, a lot of people don't know the history of the games that they released prior. Now, like, for example, Naughty Dog, I don't think a lot of people knew this off the top of their head. They released huge games like a PlayStation icon of a game.
Well, all of Naughty Dog's games have been
Because
like
they are,
PlayStation.
if you guys look this up,
yeah,
I did my
some of them
research
are
before I came to
on
this.
Xbox too.
Naughty Dog is a subsidiary. I don't know if that's necessarily the correct term.
Subsidiary.
Matt, a subsidiary
Yeah,
of
you're fine.
PlayStation. They're
Yes.
owned by Sony, and they've released a lot of exclusive games. And one of the biggest games, and you almost can't like
Well,
dispute this.
They've all been on PlayStation. The Crash Bandicoot ones Maddie's referring to weren't.
Wasn't it on a Nintendo though?
They
Like the
weren't.
N64?
No,
it was
it was
PlayStation.
PlayStation 2.
But
and
the
then,
Crash Bandicoot games, there've only been 3 that are by Naughty Dog. Then they got bought out.
Yeah.
So all the
Okay.
other ones weren't Naughty Dog.
Yeah, because I know on.
That's why they haven't made a new Crash Bandicoot game. Is because
They sold the rights.
they don't have the rights anymore. Microsoft owns them.
No kidding. I did not know that because I know
And
like on.
let's real quick. Let's name off the rights that Microsoft has. Banjo-Kazooie. They have all of Rareware's shit. Battletoads, Banjo-Kazooie, all those games. And
Yeah, I know
they have-
Battletoads is
Well,
in
and
Killer
Minecraft
Instinct.
now.
Conquer.
and Minecraft,
Yeah, which is
They have
rare. Yeah.
they have Conquer, and they have fucking Crash Bandicoot. We'll probably never see those games.
Yeah, they'll never do
That's-
anything with it.
That's a sad thing because I, unfortunately, and never, I shouldn't say I never had the opportunity. I chose not to play those games because I was in just a different genre.
How old were
of-
you at the time? I'm not trying to.
90s
27.
No, dude, we're so past the whole point of.
He was 27
Yeah.
back then.
He's been 27 for
for
30
for
years.
75 years. It's been fantastic. Around 96,
I was 3.
I was 32.
yeah, I was like 9, 10 years old
Yeah.
around that time.
Okay,
You know, because
so
I was
yeah,
born in
yeah,
87, so I was like I was 9 years old.
You're past the. You're just
Yeah.
about out of the platformer. stage.
Exactly. And with those games, I just never played them. It wasn't that I didn't think they were good. I just never. I was just like, oh, N64, yeah, you know, like that. That's just how it was fixed on it. But those games have a cult-like following. Now, I should say, all 3 of you guys played those. What was it about Crash Bandicoot specifically that made that game? And I'm going to propose this question to Matt first.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you on the spot.
Oh, God.
I'm nervous.
What was it about those games that made that so fun and just a timeless, obviously, a timeless game for people to play? Because when I look at gameplay, I can honestly say, and I'm not saying this full of hate or malice or anything like that, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's fun.
So mad.
At me? Or,
Yeah. The
Well,
fuck?
enlighten me, man, because I just don't understand why it's fun.
Okay, so do you want like a third, like back then when I was playing, or do you want it like
I want-
now as a
I
game?
want-
Well, when did you play it? Because there's no
Yeah.
way you're playing Crash Bandicoot at 3.
I was really intelligent at 3, Eric.
I know you now. Okay, it took you some time to get to where you're
Took
at.
me a minute, yeah. Later, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Right.
So
I got
right when Kevin didn't want to play those games.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So like right when he was just like, fuck this, I was like, fuck yeah. So what makes a platformer great is what you're essentially asking.
Yeah, like what really attracted you to that game? Because people love Crash Bandicoot, man.
Well, I mean, I was a kid back then, so it didn't really fucking take much.
Well, you're a large child now, so nothing's really
exactly.
too much has changed.
It was a fun, unique game, dude. I mean, in essence, the thing that draws, especially me at that age, was it's fairly simple. It's not very difficult.
It was linear. Like there wasn't.
Oh,
like,
it's linear shit.
It wasn't free roam like
Yeah,
Ratchet
but
and Clank or Jack and
it's a
Daxter.
platformer, and
Yeah.
platformers typically are pretty linear. I mean, there's more open world platformers, but it's a platformer. It's easy to play. Like, it's not fucking hard. I mean, maybe you've got stumped a few times, but it's not a hard game. Anyone can pick it up and play. And it's got this, that world is very unique and like Banjo-Kazooie-ish, where like it's got like its character.
Okay, watch yourself.
Yeah, it has, but it has character.
It's a big ish.
And then they
Ish.
fighting words.
Well, right, but I'm saying like it has this very unique world where everything has its own personality. And it's
all
very,
the characters definitely. have
Yeah,
their
and
own
it's
personality.
very like, not eccentric. Eccentric wouldn't be the right word, but
It was very eccentric. There was a couple characters in there that like.
oh, for sure. But it has, even the game like itself had its own personality. So like not just the characters, but the game itself had a personality that you come to expect now. I come to expect if like, oh, Banjo-Kazooie or like Crash Bandicoot. I expect a certain style of game out of that name, out of that franchise. Just like someone would expect like if you hear
Mario.
Tom Clancy, you expect tactical shooter.
And all the
So-
Mario games.
Yeah,
Right.
Mario.
So,
you
or-
expect,
expect it to
you're
be like
speaking.
Mario.
You're speaking in terms of more Naughty Dog itself, the company that actually make the game. You expect this style, this gameplay from them. Is that what you're saying?
more specifically out of that platforming genre.
Oh, is that-
out
okay,
of
I follow
Crash
you now. I follow
Bandicoot.
you. Okay.
'Cause, they've expanded and they've done pretty much everything that they've done.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, and we'll get into fairly successful, very successful, fairly, depending on what you want to call it. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it was a fun game. Cool as shit.
Yeah.
Pick it up. You suck. You didn't play them.
No, I'm apparently from what you
Go
guys just
back.
made me feel. I feel like a horrible person.
You are.
You should.
Like I'm like,
'Cause you
hey
wanna
Kevin,
know-
you're suspended from Gone Gold for 2 weeks without pay. You know what I mean?
You want to know how big of a deal Crash Bandicoot was?
Are you about to make me look stupid? Because I
Oh,
already feel like
drop
an
a
ass in front
bomb.
of our
I'm about to
listeners
drop
right
a
now.
bomb.
Drop it.
You know when Mario 64 came out?
God, I feel like I'm about to make myself look like such a super douche right now.
1996, September 26th. Crash Bandicoot,
September 8th.
September 9th,
September 9th.
1996. That means there was a 3D platforming game that wasn't Mario 64 before Mario 64.
Boom.
And
Didn't even know
What
that
was
was
Did
up.
you
really
drop your
cool,
microphone right now,
which
Eric?
was
Because
really-
you need to walk.
There's
out of
only
the room.
one mic.
Fuck this.
And the cool thing about Crash Bandicoot is you call like Mario 64 a 3D platforming game, and it was. And
Well,
it
people
was,
said that
but
game revolutionized and
did.
brought
It did.
open the. It got the idea of open world.
That's what it was. Is an open world platforming game.
Yeah.
3D platforming is Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Because you're stuck on a trail. You can't go
A to
left
B.
and right. You're A to B and you're jumping over things. That's a 3D platforming game to me. Now, like with Mario 64, it was an amazing game. I still
Oh my
have
god,
it.
it was so much fun.
It's so fucking frustrating.
So bad at that game.
Yeah, me too. I think we all
So bad.
Fuck you, Bowser.
But
you
it was
dirty
just
bitch.
that.
Right.
It was just. It blew our minds. Like it was like there's a 3D game where I'm jumping and we're playing as this weird bandicoot creature on an island south of
Who
Australia.
spins and does
Maddie,
the Tasmanian
Maddie,
thing.
can we get
Yeah.
clarification? What's a bandicoot?
A bandicoot?
Yeah,
Isn't I have no fucking idea.
Crash.
that is
Half,
an honest
half
response.
bandit, half raccoon.
like
Bandicoot.
I'm not
Bam.
even gonna try to pretend.
What
That
was
is an
it? It
honest
was like-
response. I
it
have
was
no
like
fucking clue.
Wumpa Islands or something. Yeah,
bandicoot?
Wumpa Islands.
Oh, wump the.
Wumpa Islands.
I love the
And
wumpers.
yeah, no, you had your tiki masks and stuff.
The tiki
and-
mask was great.
Yeah, and
It
you
was-
fall.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just fun, man. It was just like a mystical world, and it was a new IP. It wasn't fucking Mario.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah,
so cool about it. It wasn't fucking
Man,
Mario.
fuck that guy.
I hate Mario.
I know.
games, dude.
I know. We had this conversation.
And it's just like and it was PlayStation. Like that was PlayStation's game. Like that was PlayStation 1's game with Spyro, which was the other game that was like holy shit.
Oh, we are
was
so
cool.
doing another episode on Spyro.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this about that story, because I'm the type of guy, like I told you guys, and for those of you guys who haven't listened, go back and listen to our other episode. I need a good, juicy story for me to really get invested into a game.
Me too.
And the one thing that I'll admit about Naughty Dog that they do very well is that they tell a really good story. We'll get to some of the other games later down the road.
I'm like, Crash Bandicoot doesn't have a story.
But that's what I'm about to ask.
Yeah.
Like, was it the story that you actually got invested in?
No. Back then? When I
Yeah,
was
well, I mean, was the
little?
story just, was it not even really there? It was more so the gameplay?
I couldn't
Don't
tell
remember,
you.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
couldn't
don't even know.
until the one that Maddie is probably going to talk about.
The Wrath of Cortex.
That's the
That
only
was
one
the
I
only
actually
one.
know the story about.
Right,
Like,
'cause-
it's like, oh, it's Cortex. We're trying to take him down. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I follow you, 'cause
exactly.
Everything else is like, jump over this, don't fall
Double
off the
flip.
pits.
The box,
Yeah.
break the boxes, break the
Break the
boxes.
Break the boxes
Oh,
and
yeah,
get
break
the
boxes.
whatever the hell is
Yeah,
inside.
what was it?
Peaches?
Yeah, I think it was like peaches
Yeah.
and mangoes or
Yeah.
something.
Something.
Yeah.
But no, there wasn't a story that driving me, especially back then, dude. I wasn't like,
Was there a story that we all
I'm
know
sure
of,
there
or you just
was.
don't remember? Because,
Well,
like,
there was because there was even a female character. What the hell was her name? God damn it. She had blonde hair. She looked just like him.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. There's always the
oh,
female
shit.
trope of a character
Right.
when there's
So
a.
they-
Are we about to
had-
snoops this bitch? Whatever her name is.
I'll look up the characters. You keep talking.
See, we got a cross-platform thing going on. We got Maddie on. Do you have a Galaxy phone?
I have, it's
Get out.
the Droid Turbo.
Get out.
So
You can't be my friend, Maddie. Okay,
can't be
so
out here.
you guys are all iPhone losers anyway.
wow.
Don't
so
you
we
ever
got-
text me and let me see a green bubble fly
Yeah.
on my screen.
Yeah, we can't be friends anymore, Maddie. So, but like, we got Maddie on the Android platform, and we got Eric on the iOS trying to figure out it.
I'm sorry, the
that's what I was-
Android is a more advanced user, and
Wow,
iPhone
shots fired.
is
Yeah, I'm a simple man.
Shots fired.
is
Yeah.
more of a
I don't
simplistic
want-
Coco.
design.
I don't want
Coco. It's Coco.
Thank you. All right.
Coco, yeah,
Coco.
see
Back
Coco.
on track.
Coco
There we go.
Bandicoot.
Yeah, okay, so she was the wife, or I guess apparently.
Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes, 1997. And yeah, apparently Naughty Dog only owned the rights to Crash Bandicoot from 96 to 99.
And
Yeah,
then
see, that's not a
after-
long run.
Yeah.
And I understand it's a business move. You got to do what you got to do to try to keep your company going.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, again, for those people who don't know, Naughty Dog's been around for 30 years.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
at
no
the
clue.
birth of gaming. You know what I mean? 30 years. The argument could be made.
The placenta.
The placenta. You know, like that picture that like we thought. I thought it,
God damn it,
Of
guys.
gaming.
I thought it was Esteban after Chili, but it turns out it was a dragon placenta in our Dark Souls episode.
It actually turns out it's Aldridge.
Then I don't know what you're talking about, but it's all relative.
You'll
so
find
we'll go
out.
with that. There you go. Watch your episodes on YouTube.
Oh no, we have a ways to go, but yeah, it's Aldridge.
But they made games for the Apple II computer games. They've made DOS video games. They made a game
That's
that could
nuts.
try to compete with Mortal Kombat. It's called the Way of the
Way of the
Warrior or
Warrior.
something. And it was a super violent, platform 2-dimensional shooter game. Naughty Dog has been around for a long time. But another game that I think is going to get you guys just on one, as Drake would say in his song that he has, Jack and Daxter.
Me.
Yeah, no, it's all
I got
Matt.
this.
I
yeah.
played the first two and fell off
Because-
because I didn't. Here. Before Matt gets all positive, I'll start.
You
I
say
will-
nothing bad. I'm right here.
So we're
will.
going with the bad news first. Is that
right
what you're
here.
saying?
It's the bad news for me.
Okay.
Because
Fair enough.
Jack and Daxter, when did it come out?
Around like 2001.
What else came out around 2001? Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You
Very
biased
different-
son of a bitch.
very different games at the time when they came out.
Are we? And this
No,
is
they're
me
ve-
not knowing. This is me not knowing. Are we splitting hairs when we say that?
Well, here.
because
Matt,
you have
what was
Ratchet and Clank, you have Jack and Daxter.
Yes.
Just looking off the names by themselves, I'm like, oh hey, this is
No.
basically saying this is a chicken taco wrapped in a different
Here,
wrapper.
I'll
Del
have
Taco,
Matt,
Taco Bell.
I'll have Matt describe the first game.
Okay, so we got
I'll-
Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter.
The
or
first
Ratchet and
one.
Clank?
The first one. Jack
Yeah.
and Daxter. The very first one.
Jack and Daxter had this really like if you look for it's like the
Which I never played. I
Yeah,
never
dude,
played
it's
those
weird.
games.
It's like we said the game has grown up with us. That game itself has literally grown up. It's like that prepubescent, like oh he's kind of ugly but cute, but then they're
Hormones,
like,
chicks,
yeah,
boobs.
With his buddy who's a little older than him,
Yeah,
who's like a little cocky asshole.
And then as it got on,
I'm
it
not a
became
cocky
this.
asshole, am I?
It
'Cause I'm
became
the
this
oldest one here.
super mature game.
Okay.
That had its audience grew up with it, so it matured too as its audience matured.
Smart move on their part.
Yeah. So the first game, dude, was very
PG.
PG, dude. And it was super easy, but it was like this really bright, colorful world that had its own unique identity. Like if you play the first one, then play the second one, it's like rainbows, clouds, sadness over here. It's
That's
very
what- yeah. And
distinct,
so,
huge jump, dude.
What was the gameplay like in the first one?
All platforming.
Yeah, because see, I never
All
played.
platforming, very cool
all
attacks.
platforming.
Using
Eco.
Daxter.
Well, you used eco. You
Yeah.
pick up different. So there was like green eco, which is health. And was either yellow or red that did fireballs. Blue sped you up.
Yes.
And it was super heavily focused on eco as its
So
gameplay
now,
design.
hear that. Very different from Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank's a gun games.
still a platformer. They share
Platformer,
that.
it's both platformers, one's with guns, one's with these magic powers and throwing your weasel friend around.
Okay. Well,
Which was
Maddie,
amazing to me.
Yeah.
Maddie, real quick, for those of you people like myself, I'm still not 100% clear on the platform game. Can you give us the Reader's Digest version of the platform game?
Of a platform game?
Yeah, just a real quick synopsis. Like if someone's just, what's a platform game?
Well, it's...
Because some people don't know.
What's a platformer?
I straight up,
Platformer.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what you should be saying is what is a platformer?
Because you love video games just as much as we do.
Right.
Hence the reason why you're part of our team now.
Well, basically, it's not... Obviously, it's not open world. You have, like, one set design, like you
Pathway.
can't go anywhere. You go forward. Like you can't turn left, right. You can't move your body around or whatever. Or you can, but it's not
Within
like,
reason.
Right. It's
Yeah, it's a linear path.
yeah.
So that's what that means. Okay.
No,
so
and it focuses heavily on the player moving around the environment and not manipulating it. It's the player
working within the scope
working
of the
within, so
Right.
it's jumping and
Right.
it's
because
puzzle
I don't think a lot of
solving.
people know that, like the whole.
It's puzzle solving
open
within
world.
the environment.
Whereas
That's the best way
Gears
I
of
could say.
War is a linear game, but it's not a platform.
Right.
But a
Makes sense.
platformer
Makes sense.
needs to be linear.
Mm-hmm.
To where you might have
I
some
follow you
choices here
100%.
and here,
Mm-hmm.
but you
Like the
need
go
to-
left and go right on our fucking.
But that's
Gears
Gears
of
of War.
Oh, I'm
We're
just
talking-
saying.
Yeah, but we're
Right.
talking like Ratchet and Clank. Like the new one has different paths you can take, and it gets to the same spot. It's all driven by the story, and you're all gonna get to the same spot.
I follow you.
And then you have to use the environment around you to jump around and do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what makes a platformer a platformer.
Okay.
It's puzzle solving with the environment.
And
Cool.
that's what Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter both were, and they're very different.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked Ratchet and Clank better because I just liked it better. I did really like the first Jack and Daxter. Then they came out with Jack 2,
Which is released October 14th, 2003.
and they gave
Sorry, I just want to be.
Thanks, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
and they gave
No, naughtydog.com.
Oh,
and they gave Jack, and it was just called Jack 2.
Jack 2, yeah.
And they gave
Yeah, that's what it's
Jack.
called. Jack 2 released for PlayStation 2 on October 14th, 2003.
and they gave him a
2003.
gun. They gave him a gun.
The morph gun. Not just any gun.
They gave him a gun, Matt. Okay, they gave
God
him
damn it.
they gave him a gun.
Might as well have given him a knife and drugs.
Who else had a gun? Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, yeah.
Who had already done that?
True.
Ratchet and Clank. So I was just like, oh, well, this is the same thing. And I liked it. It was cool. They had the little gimmick of the hoverboard thing or whatever, but I fell off. I played the first one all the way through. It was a great game. And the second one, I was just like, okay, this is cool. I like it, but up your arsenal.
Do you
Like-
think
That was a good one.
so do you think that like Jax or
The Jack games.
or the other game,
Ratchet.
Ratchet and Clank, do you think that they just use the same skins and just like repurpose it? Like they just use the
No,
same game?
That's
as base?
actually I will give Jack 2 the credit. They completely changed the game. Everything around it was completely different. All the environment
Yeah.
was completely different except Daxter.
See, and to Maddie's point right there, not playing the game, that's exactly what I think. Okay, you guys just basically, instead of having green wrapping paper this game, you had red.
No,
But
they
when I opened
completely-
the
they com-
present,
Yeah.
it's the
Jack-
same fucking thing.
Jack
you,
was-
you repackaged the package.
No,
it looks
they-
exactly the same. Not playing it.
Yeah.
See, now I don't have an
Well-
opinion on it because I never played it, so that's why it's
Well,
like
do yourself a favor and
we're on naughtydog.com right now checking the timeline because
Well,
we
hey-
want to give you guys accurate timelines.
I
of what's
got
going
you,
on.
bro. So what do you...
so let's see. You keep talking. You go into the good. I did my little spiel on what I don't like about it.
Dude, that's a really good point. Now that you bring it up, and I mean, I've always thought that to the point where like they're very close. They're brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're brothers.
Oh, yeah,
they play the same sport and they're both really good, but they just do a little something differently. And
Ratchet
so like
has a little more flair. Jack's a little more.
Ratchet and Clank took the like over the top. Like they
Give
took
me
their
17
trope.
guns.
Yeah, they took their like weapons as their thing and they pushed that. And God bless them because they have some of the coolest, most unique guns you'll ever see in a game.
The Groovitron.
The Groovitron. Well, that's the newest one, but like,
The
dude,
Groovitron was awesome, man.
they had so many cool shit that happened, and then you have Jack and Daxter when Eric's talking about. So like, Jack 1 was almost like Mario level of like appeal. Like anyone could have played it. Like,
Which is fantastic
But it-
because
well,
that's
it
what you
was-
got to do.
It's
but
You
it's
got to
a
get people
new
hooked into your
character.
story.
right, and
100%.
But it's funny. So like, it's very colorful, bright, and like friendly to new people. And then you
Smart.
play Jack 2, and it takes this really drastic, dark
It's
turn.
a kick
right?
in the nuts.
It's a hardcore kick in the nuts because like the story starts. I mean, spoiler alert, but if you haven't, spoiler alert for sure.
From 2003.
From 2003, you find Jack and he's being tortured. So you went from a game where like yay, like friendship and like stuff
Very
like that,
bright. Game.
bright, colorful game, to Jack being tortured and,
Yeah.
and getting like chemicals pumped into him.
Yeah.
That's
well
the
said.
first scene you see, dude.
That's intense.
And it's super
That's
like
intense.
it's a huge shift, right? But they kept with that from that moment on. So like that was super dark and it revolved around. So like I mentioned eco, where there's different colors. Now there's dark eco.
Yeah.
Dark eco. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. Totally.
And that was its new gameplay mechanic plus the gun. So they stuck with their eco thing, and then they gave him a gun. But in the world, I don't know if you played it. It's like Grand Theft Auto meets Jack and Daxter. So like it's a whole city, and you could like jack hover cars, and like the gameplay revolved around like getting to different parts of the city, and cops. There was cops.
Yeah.
And if you did shit, the cops would get at you and be pissed off at you.
Your wanted level would go up, or so to speak.
Yeah,
100%.
And it turned into that, and then Jak 3 took it again one step further, evolving on its eco. So then they had dark, and then it had light eco.
I hear you.
So like the angel, it played on devils and angels kind of thing, and it kept its guns because everybody loved that morph gun because it turned into 4 separate guns at one point.
4. That's it. Just 4. You know,
they were all cool, but
no, they were really
4
cool.
times 3.
I will give it. It was very cool.
Yeah,
they
4
were
times
really
3.
cool
It evolved each gun. It was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you should go back and play it, honestly.
I do want to. If I can track those down, I would play them.
Yeah,
because
you'll like them.
It was just me as a kid in 2001 in first grade, and I was like, cool, Jak was awesome. And then my buddy's like, oh, they came out with Jak 2, and I came over and played it. I was like, this isn't Jak and Daxter. Like,
it's a huge shift. But then if you play through 2 and then play through 3, 3 is more or less the same experience, but again, expanded upon.
Yeah.
I got you.
And super fun, super well done. I love the shit out of that game. I encourage everybody to play it.
I'll make an honest. I'll make a vow.
Are you about to say? Are you about to make a Gone Gold Gaming official vow?
I will try my best
on
to
our
track
podcast.
Down
Yes, you're gonna love it.
I'll
fun.
track it down, and we have a PS2 that is fully working, fully functional. Yes. We will track it down. And we will play
fun,
it.
dude.
Chapow. Okay, and you just heard it, ladies and gentlemen. A Gone Gold Gaming vow from Eric that he's gonna play what?
Jak 2.
Sound excited, bro. Shit.
Yeah,
I've played it before.
Yeah, because you sound like I just like kicked you in your toe. Like,
I had to
I'm about
think about it
play
because I
Jax
didn't.
2.
Well, I'll see what I can find. If I can find one, I'd love to get one because I fucking love that game.
The precursor legacy.
So I'll try to get all 3. I'll look into it. I'll look into it right after we record this episode. I'll look into getting them, and if I can get them if I can get them all for $50, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see. And then another game, you know, because by the time Jax, that series kind of evolved and went along, the PlayStation 3 came out.
And it did what all Naughty Dog games did. It came into a kart racing game.
Exactly. Which is fantastic.
Jak X or something.
Yeah, Jak X Racing.
Yeah.
Well, and around the
good.
PlayStation around the PlayStation 3, around 2007, now, I think we all can safely agree, one of Naughty Dog's flagship games in 2007, Uncharted series came out. For PlayStation 3.
You mean Dude Raymer?
Dude Tomb Raider?
Dude Tomb
Raider.
Raider.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what's called spade a spade.
It's Dude
Raider.
Exactly it is.
Yeah,
you're a male Lara Croft. Let's call a spade a spade. That's what it is. Now, I played all the Uncharted games from Uncharted 1, the only one, obviously, because it hasn't released. It releases on May 10th, 2016, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I loved the Uncharted games because the storyline of those games was so fantastic. Maddie, did you play those games at all?
Uncharted, I did not, because I actually...
Did you play any of them, or no?
No, because my brother had the PlayStation, and he never let me play it. So when I got... So I was always player 2. Yeah.
Okay,
so no, I was always player 2. But I eventually, when he grew out of it, I stole it, and it was too late. Yeah. And then by then, I already had original Xbox. So they didn't have, obviously, Uncharted series with the Xbox series.
Yeah.
So I ended up kind of being only Xbox. And then they came out with Crash Bandicoot for the Xbox.
And you fell in love, and that's all she wrote.
And and I played like some exclusives on the PlayStation, like 2 growing up, but I never played Uncharted or Jax and Dexter or... Yeah.
All that stuff. Did either one of you guys play the Uncharted games at all for PlayStation?
Nope.
I have not played a single one. I've been interested, but now that Eric has told me that it's Naughty Dog, I'm going to play Uncharted Go-Kart Edition. Like, it's going to happen.
It makes sense.
Have Nathan Drake with a big head driving around.
It's the only logical thing. Now, I played those games, and the one thing that was fantastic is that they offered great gameplay. Yeah. The puzzles that they had, there's times where you couldn't, for me...
This is all you, by the way.
Yeah, because I'm
for 5 minutes because I have no idea.
Yeah, see, and I think we can all safely agree when it comes to certain problems, aspects of life that come across your path as your journey of life. I'm a basic bitch. So with some of these games
on right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm wearing freaking Dickies, bitch, with Under Armour socks. All right, fuck off. But what I'm saying is like that game. Some of the well, whatever. Tan.
I'm sorry.
I have the cell phone pocket. All right.
I'm sorry, bro.
Piss off. Yeah, bitch. But
You bitch. Sorry.
that was.
Yeah, bitch.
But that game though, some of the puzzles were actually really challenging, and without really looking up certain like tips online, it was hard to figure out. But the gameplay was fantastic. The story was great because the cutscenes were fantastic with all that stuff. But there was something about that game that like once you beat it, for me, I'm strictly personal opinion, it was just kind of like there was no replayability to it.
Was there because I know there's like guns and shooting.
Was there a naked cheat code like Tomb Raider?
I wish there was. Because there was
That's all on our.
There was not.
Gotta see some man ass running
Gotta see
around
some
ruins.
Nathan Drake dick.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares
that
about
meat
guys
stick.
naked. They just
That
wanna see
meat
a girl
stick.
naked.
But did it always have guns and like
Yes,
shooting? It did.
100%.
Oh,
Always
I didn't
had
know.
guns.
I didn't know like if that evolved.
Yeah, I thought that came in the second one.
Okay, see, I thought it was like a strictly like a platformer, like.
No, it was, but it had guns in it too. And the gunplay, and Naughty Dog killed it with this. The gunfights in that game
If it's anything
were
like The Last
so
of
much
Us.
fun. And it wasn't hard to get used. Obviously, you had certain guns, like you had your AK-47, you had your Beretta 9mm, you had like all these certain guns. Obviously, it didn't tell you which one was necessarily better, but you could obviously tell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If that makes any remote sense. And you really understood the flow of what guns to use in certain situations. But it was cool because times where you would run out of your gun, like your assault rifle ammo, right? And then you had to take out like 6 guys all hiding behind cover with a Beretta. Yeah, good fucking luck. You know what I mean? Like they did a really, really good job with that.
If they used that gunplay and implemented it in The Last of Us, then that's
Very similar.
Okay, then
yet different. I would say it
amazing.
was one of the best comparisons I've ever heard in my life. It's like dogs and wolves. And I just dropped my phone. Sorry, guys. But like it's dogs and wolves. There's a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences too. And specifically, what I could tell you the differences are, I almost couldn't verbalize it because it almost wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kind of follow me on that? And with Uncharted 4 coming out, the one thing that I think Naughty Dog arguably does better than anybody is it almost feels like you're playing a movie with their games, especially with the Uncharted series.
Oh, they look
And
amazing.
then I think, Eric, you played Last of Us. I think you could agree with that. Like
So
that
good.
game, I can say here with an open heart, and I'm obviously gonna like Matt and Maddie. You're gonna have to obviously light my man card on fire. There was a scene in The Last of Us where one of the main character's daughter died. I can sit here. I can admit I got a little choked up.
Yeah, dude.
Because you got
I cried.
That's
I
your
would be,
character.
Yeah, I'd be mad if you didn't cry.
Yeah.
It's your character.
Okay.
Also, do I get to keep my man card?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
Okay, then good.
Yeah.
I'm
Death of
I'm
a
gonna about to
child.
get another beer.
Mom! Mom, I get to keep my card!
My friends don't think I'm a bitch. Okay.
It's a death of a child.
Can we,
And this is The Last of Us, another game that.
can we
Naughty Dog.
rewind a huge distance? I didn't say shit when it happened.
Okay, what's up?
You talked about replayability.
Mm-hmm.
Or their lack thereof. Was there really nothing? Like, is there no like New Game Plus where things are harder? Or like,
Well, obviously you can adjust the difficulty, of course. I mean, that
Okay.
goes without saying. And you did notice, unlike some games, the argument could be made with certain games. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I know I played them. When you up the difficulty level,
just more bullet spongy.
yeah, it's not really a huge like, oh, this is significantly harder.
Yeah, that's why
With
I
the
was
Uncharted series,
Rainbow Six did it the best. They're like, okay, we upped the difficulty. All right, here's 7 more guys in the room that you didn't realize because it's supposed to be like way over 40.
Uncharted, it is significantly harder.
Is it?
Significantly harder. And I'm speaking strictly opinion. Other people are like, oh, Kevin, you're a bitch. You can't figure it. Hey, first
Why
off,
do you think people think that?
I'm just going to the defense. I'm going to the offense before I have to go on the defense.
Because the internet, bro.
Exactly.
People are...
Haters. Okay?
Yeah.
Haters. But that game, though, it was significantly more challenging going up one difficulty. For going from normal to hard, significantly harder. But the one thing that they did was they would implement certain things like big head mode. So basically picture my normal
mode.
size head.
Kevin mode. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
That's your nickname.
Exactly. Big head. But they would do things like, pistols only, they'd have all these
So
different...
they had modifiers.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word off the top of my head. They had different modifiers
okay.
that
That's
actually
what
made the game.
Ratchet and Clank did that too.
They have a few, but that game's...
But again, Naughty Dog, they implemented, but was the story any different? Did you have to solve the puzzles any different? No.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not taking away credit. I'm giving credit's due. Their storyline was fantastic. The gameplay was awesome. Their puzzles were very challenging. But again, one of my age-old sayings that I've adopted is, let's call a spade a spade. It's the same game.
Yeah, zero desire to dive back in and redo it.
It was really hard for me.
And they're trying with number 4 with the multiplayer, but it doesn't look that fun.
The multiplayer of that game just never, for reasons
they
A, B, and
just
C.
to add it.
Yeah. Well, anytime a single player game like that's focuses only on single player and cinematic
does it so well.
They're not worried about the multiplayer at all.
It's a byproduct.
It's definitely a byproduct, and they only add it in just because everybody and their fucking mom now loves multiplayer games, and everybody wants to play with their friends. So like, they did the same thing in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Mass Effect
Which
3,
I played.
yeah, well, Mass Effect 3 online game is actually, it's pretty fun online.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, it's like a horde mode like in Gears.
100%.
They have, like it's all against computer, you have a team, but you could change the difficulty harder and harder. Now, Mass Effect 3's online is actually pretty fun for replay rate. So, like, you can actually, you beat the game, you feel awesome, and then you can, if you want to play online with some friends after, yeah, you can fucking still play the game. It actually has some value to it.
Absolutely.
So it's good that they are implementing a multiplayer into the game, even though it's not going to be focused on that. It's good just to make it so that you can at least play the game still, like, without, like you said, there's no replay rate, no replay ability for that game. So they want to make people to continue to play it still after they beat it.
But I feel like Naughty Dog has shown they have the ability to make a fun multiplayer with The Last of Us.
Yeah, exactly.
The Last of Us multiplayer was surprisingly fun.
Super fun.
Yeah, and I was going into that, I was like, this is going to be fucking stupid. And I was like, holy fuck, this is fun.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
It's so rewarding. You would really like it.
I've never played either these two games.
Dude, I highly recommend you play The Last of Us.
You would really like it. You would really like the multiplayer because it's highly like if you get caught, you're dead.
It's just the treat.
I'll bring up 2 points real quick. I think there was Ubisoft did it really well in Assassin's Creed. I want to say
Brotherhood?
2. Was it 2? Was it Brotherhood where they brought in the multiplayer? The multiplayer was super cool.
That was Brotherhood. They first brought it in, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was super badass. And then I was also going to say, because I brought this up to Eric about a campaign and its like length. How long was the average like Uncharted game?
Yeah, we were talking about Ratchet and Clank.
Like how many hours
do you think it I spoke to Eric about it.
Without having to look up like some of the puzzles, because some of the puzzles were really challenging. Like you have to match up the statue with this light fixture and stuff like that. Again, people don't quote me, guys. Don't quote me, but I'd say probably like maybe 12 plus hours.
So fairly okay. So would you?
You invested some time.
That's not enough. I'd have to say you need to have at least 20 plus hours into a campaign mode for it to be legitimately a good campaign.
And that's the thing with the Uncharted series specifically. They did in my opinion, they did a very good job of keeping it very complex, yet very simplified.
Okay, so my question was saying, would you rather have a longer story, like 20, 25 plus hours, that you play through once, or like a shorter, because I don't know how long Ratchet and Clank is, but I've been imagining it's not more than 12 hours.
You said roughly about 16 plus, right?
Yeah.
Arguably?
It's about 16.
Okay, so like, the question, again, would you rather have a deep story where it takes a while to grind through, or would you rather have a short, well-done story where you could kind of bust through it real quick and like have fun with it again? You know what I'm saying?
But you have to have alternate paths. And
right. But it's very possible. There's games where I know the story isn't very long, and that's almost encourages me a little bit more just to play it again, because I know I'm like, I could get done with it in 2 days or
like
something.
30 episodes of Blood.
Well, I think at the end of the day, in that type of scenario, it depends on the person itself.
Yeah, that's
it's trying to make it's trying to make a specific statement about a generalized topic, which is hard to do.
Did you just like down talk me? Like I don't.
Are we fighting? No. If it came across that way, I apologize.
We're fighting off podcast. We're fighting.
But and the one game too that kind of did that as well. It had a great story, and I don't know why. I'd love to go back.
I
and play
know
it
where
again.
you're going.
Are we talking Last of Us?
Yeah.
Cool. I look at that. A transition.
I love the zombie genre.
I will point out The Last of Us stole me and Esteban's zombie idea of fungus taking over the body, but
and that's what it did.
Well, they took that
happens in nature.
from an actual...
I know, but me and Esteban started writing it in 2012.
Okay, but I'm just saying, the doctor, like, they have that fungus is real.
I know.
Like,
I know.
That's a real
I know.
That's
where we came up with it from. But we came up with it in like 2011, 2012. I still have the notebook in my end table. I have like 7 chapters written.
Fucking Naughty Dog, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Well, and
whatever.
that's
It's an amazing game. They did it better than we would.
And that's the thing with those Naughty Dog games like The Last of Us and the Uncharted series. I highly, and I think I speak for everybody here, if they, you know, what Maddie, we've all, us three have played Last of Us, right? The games are just fun. And Matt, well, I'm sorry, bro, you've been left out in the dark. Get your shit together, okay? Will you get your life goals in order, please? Thank you.
The Last of Us won Game of the Year.
2 shit talks in one episode,
Yeah.
Kevin.
It did win Game of the Year for a reason.
And it's so much fun. I don't know. I can't describe.
And it's the only video game that has a movie deal that I'm actually excited for. Where it's like not going to be like, oh, this is going to be shit. Like,
and they totally set it up for a second one.
Definitely.
Would you say that game's more about the experience than the gameplay?
No,
No,
I think
gameplay is
I
really
honestly,
fun.
Is it that good
and maybe
still?
maybe I'm being a little biased with Last of Us, and I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. You get what I'm trying to say. It hits it on all cylinders for me.
So it does both really well, is what you're trying to
That's
tell
my
me.
personal opinion. Other people can have their feelings the way they feel. Maddie, you know, Eric, you guys do your thing. I think that game has it literally balances on all cylinders for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking 100%. I'm such a fan because the story was fantastic. The gameplay was awesome. The game was not hard to get over the learning curve and the humps of like, okay, what
I don't know,
square
man.
does
I
this?
was stuck on the fucking first building for...
That took some time, but once you got it though, for me, once I got it, I was off. I was on the races. I was off to the races.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion of it though, because we all got different, you know, feels and styles and games and stuff like that. But that game for me killed it. And like I said, I've never had a video game make me. You know what? Fuck it. I've never had a game make me cry. That game.
You said it.
I
There,
straight
you
up.
said it.
You heard it live, people. I had a tear rolling down my eye.
Well, because, yeah.
It was rolling down my cheek.
And that was like in the first 10
Went up.
minutes.
What?
First 10 minutes of the game, too.
And Naughty Dog learned
Super
real quickly
intense.
that dark kind of sells. I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's what's changing with Naughty Dog, is if you've noticed, they've add darker elements to each game that they've come out with.
You can
And
totally
it's
fucking
done
Jack,
fucking
too.
amazing. Which is the thing
Yeah.
that I love. That's why I love The Last of Us, to be honest, is because it's real and it's dark and it's intense. Like, especially the ending, because, like, it fucking pisses
Don't
me
ruin
off.
it. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
I'm
gonna
tempted
ruin
to
it.
do it.
We're going to do a Let's
But
Play on it, too.
it pisses me off how, like, and especially in apocalyptic themes, there's always, like, that one guy that's like, oh, no, don't kill them. You don't want to be, we abide the law.
Their head exploded. They're a fucking fungus monster now, okay? There's no coming back from
Yeah,
that.
and then, oh, God.
be a cure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, and then
be
they're
a
gonna be
cure.
they're gonna be disfigured and not have eyes. How much do they want to live, really?
Right? No, that drives me insane. So I love the
Damn,
darker feel.
Eric. Damn.
I love the killing. I love the ruthlessness.
The brutality.
The brutality of it
of that
all.
game.
And then that's what Naughty Dog's realizing that people want to see in these games. They don't want to see some flowers, bullshit, fucking...
Spores.
like, or
I like flowers. Nothing wrong with flowers.
You know, The Last of Us was almost in place of Jack 4.
If they did, I don't necessarily agree with that from the way you guys describe those two games.
Ooh.
But
No, they were in development with Jack 4. They made Jack 4 super realistic. They changed Jack's look again. They made Daxter a non-talking weasel friend.
Oh yeah, well then they fucked it up.
They
Yeah.
completely changed the dynamic of that game
Yeah.
again, and then they scrapped it. And then
But they
that
probably
team,
realized that it was just a waste of time.
and then that team changed to The Last of Us, and it was amazing.
Amazing,
Fuck.
right? And it came a hit.
Didn't
obviously.
I call out Naughty Dog last episode saying
did.
fucking I'm
did.
doing it again.
You did.
Bring it back. Jack 4. Jack and
There you go.
Daxter 4 because I do love Daxter. He's the best comic relief you could get.
see, so they're right there. Naughty Dog, you guys heard it from.
Here we go.
Gongo
I
Gamer.
just looked up an image of Jack 4, the concepts.
I don't know if I want to see it.
And
Here, show everybody.
I'm gonna give it to.
Don't give it to me. I'm gonna get mad
Give
if
it
it's
to Matt
bad.
first. It's yeah.
Because I like the evolution. Dude, what the fuck is this?
Is it weak sauce?
So do you know? Yeah, it's fucking atrocious.
He looked at.
This is so. Have you
Is
seen Jack 2, Jack 3?
Okay, shame on him.
Yeah.
Shame.
No, it's not even a
I'm totally.
That
calling
looks like a
totally
super douche.
different animation style.
Yeah, total different art direction.
Yeah, it's real bad. And,
the other thing that I liked about The Last of Us really is, they implemented a small crafting system in the game, and I love crafting. I'm all about
with
RPGs,
the fire bombs and shit like that.
Right,
and the shivs.
You make your weapons, which is another apocalyptic theme, obviously.
Necessity.
Right, like you need to be able to make your weapons. You make your health packs. You can make bombs or whatever. You can just make pretty much anything, and that's another thing that I liked about it.
Yeah, the game killed it. And guys, so we're gonna wrap this up by saying you have Uncharted 4: A Thief's End coming out on May 10th, 2016, and guys, I highly recommend you guys check out The Last of Us as well. So
Matt's still freaking out.
Matt's a little heated
I showed
about
him what Daxter
piss
looked
poor.
like.
I'll say it, piss poor Jax 4 artwork that's out there. It's atrocious. I feel offended just looking at it. But guys,
can I call him out twice in one episode?
Yeah.
Well, now we have to do another episode of Naughty Dog because that's what happened.
God damn it.
God damn it.
No, our next episode is going to be completely different.
It's going to be totally off
I'm
the
still
wall,
going to find a way to call it Naughty Dog.
You sons of bitches. But guys, this is Kevin, Matt, Maddie, and Eric with Gongo Gaming, guys. Again, if you guys get a chance or you're brave enough, check out Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, coming out for PlayStation 4 on May 10th, 2016. I really think you guys are going to really enjoy that game. And guys, have fun gaming. I don't know what else corny, cheesy sign-off thing to say, but you guys just, KIT, love you a lot, stay sweet, never change.
Play on, motherfuckers.
See ya.
And that's our sign-off.
Hope you find your dad.
That too.